You guys all sang.
Okay, I'm going to go live just for a minute. Fred Locks, brand new music from Time to Shine. Fred Locks meets David O, and that is out on the Duplex music label. Ross Teo preceded that with Chant, and I took it from his brand new release, Bretta Daniel, that one on the Forward Bound music label. Etana at the top of the set with a version of Stepping Out of Babylon, taken from the biggest reggae one-drop anthems 2015, out new on the Greensleeves label. I'm Chuck Foster. You're tuned into Reggae Central. Up next, the Expanders. I just did one release party for my dub CD that I put out this year. Usually a couple of years go by before I go out and spin. It's not. It's kind of like I love to record, but I was in bands for 20 years, and I really don't go out and play live. You know, I've got some great musicians I work with, but the idea of, you know, it's not like there's some great demand, but still, you know, even to do a showcase or something, it's so much work. And I really like records. I'm a record guy. You know, live performance is great, but you know, when you're recording, you can just get the thing just the way you want it, you know, or do it again if you didn't, you know. And I've just fallen into a situation I'm really happy with, where I can record in the studio 3 days a week, and I help Mike with whatever he's working on, and then in return I get time to do my stuff. So it's cool for me. Yeah.
See that Fred Locks sleeve? Can I see that Fred Locks sleeve?
Yes, sir.
Where'd you get it? You just picked it up?
It's a brand new one. They sent it to me. This doesn't happen that much anymore. Like a lot of 12 tribes artists out of Jamaica, he's kind of under-recorded. It's like they really didn't want them to go out and record for a bunch of different. Same with Brigadier Jerry, you know, same kind of thing. So it's nice to see him doing something now, and this guy's providing harmonies and there's horns and stuff. I had him on the Reggae Beat. I mean, that must be at least 20 years ago. I emceed a show that he played out here and had him on the show and interviewed him, and that's just so much fun for those guys that were making great music even in the early 70s in this case. So that's too. So which song are you going to do first? We're going to talk for a minute before we... I get to just sit back and listen to this. So you don't want to bring a little battery operated keyboard?
I know a melodica. Roy is a full organ or nothing.
Oh yeah, well that's good. That's good.
Imagine if you brought it in here.
Who was the guy that did the 50s album, Have Organ Will Travel, and he's like lugging the thing in the picture. And it's a big old, one of those giant. The Expanders, and that is Flesh and Bone. From their brand new release, we've been playing some tracks off this for a little while now. It's called Hustling Culture, and it's out on the Easy Star label. And I'm very pleased to welcome in the studio the Expanders. Welcome back.
Hey, Chuck.
Hi, Chuck.
Thanks for
Great
having
to
us.
see you, and I've had the opportunity to see you live a couple times. Once just when you were getting back from your tour with Tribal Seeds, and then recently when you played the Dub Club. You guys are sounding great, and the new album is excellent.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, so tell me a little bit about what's been going on, the tour you did.
We've been touring a lot this year
Uh-huh.
in support of Hustling Culture. We just did a national tour opening for Tribal Seeds from San Diego, and our boys Arise Roots came on that tour too. They're from LA. It was a long tour, 4 weeks. We drove about 9,000 miles, hit a lot of states, and it was a great tour. It was great to be with a Southern California package of bands, kind of all playing their own version and putting their own spin on roots reggae.
Excellent.
And it was great.
Great. And you're actually back on the road again, what, in just a few days? Didn't I see a list of shows you're doing?
We've got we're playing in Fullerton this Sunday at the Slide Bar, and after that we're doing a short, maybe week-long run in California with John Brown's Body from the East Coast,
Great.
and that's just going to be San Diego, Santa Cruz, San Francisco. So that's a short one. But we're really just working on planning 2016, be it touring, projects, recording projects. We got a couple things we're working on. So just trying to stay busy. We did a lot of touring last year, and we'll do it again next year. And just right now we're really trying to focus on music for a couple months.
Well, one thing we haven't really talked about is your new album is out on the Easy Star label, and that's it's very rare anymore for a band coming out of LA to sign to a record label,
Right.
or issue music on an established reggae label.
Yeah, well, we've always looked up to Easy Star Records, and everyone knows their track record. So, putting the record out ourselves was always an option. But after looking at our options, it just made so much sense. We've toured with a few of the bands that are on the label already, and they're just such great guys, and they respect what we were doing, and they were really kind of willing to take a chance on a band playing old school roots reggae music.
Excellent.
And we haven't had the kind of numbers, we haven't been touring as long as some of the bands on their label. So for them to really reach out to us and encourage us to put it out with them made us feel really good about how they've felt about the music. So it was a big part of our decision, and we love those guys.
Absolutely, yeah. A label based in the East Coast, and they've had so many great projects and musicians with artists like Junior Jazz just playing on their releases. So great to see them give a little boost to a band from the West Coast.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So you guys are going to do a song for us, a live song for us. Tell us who all we have in the studio right now.
Well, I'm Devin.
John Butcher here.
Cheekies. John Asher. Roy Official.
All right.
Yeah, it's we got John Asher's birthday today. By the way,
Excellent.
Happy birthday,
Happy
John.
birthday.
Celebrate.
Yeah, so this song we're gonna do is the title track from the record called "Hustling Culture." So let's do it. 1, 2, 3, 4.
stop from hustling culture. $1 gone, the next soon come and never stop. Carry vibes all over. Bad mind done, the next soon come and them gone like leaf in a fire. The enemy you come, still not go run when them come from sides all over. Tell them we they are like a blazing thunder. Watch how we circle like a cool ice water. Look how them a claim, say them a big shot lad. Now tell the people roots and culture. All where them a claim, say them a big shot. Watch them a go run like sheep to the slaughter. Poor and the needy, still never get it. No worry over roots, man, time ahead. The young generation still never ready. People leave out the chains and bind their hands. Lord, tell them that we they on the roots and culture. Yeah. Tell them we they on the roots and culture. Ooh. Ooh, yeah, yeah. Still never ready to go leave out the chains and bind their hand. So $1 gone, look how the next soon come. We never stop from a hustling culture. $1 gone, but the next soon come. Never stop, carry vibes all over. Lord, all over. Tell them we they on the roots and culture. All over. Tell them that we they on the roots and culture. Just like a burning fire. Tell we they are like a blazing thunder. Whoa, whoa. We circle like a cool ice water. Yes.
The Expanders live in studio on Reggae Central. You're tuned into Reggae Central on KPFK 90.7 FM Los Angeles, 98.7 Santa Barbara, 93.7 in San Diego, and 99.5 in the Ridgecrest China Lake area. Streaming globally at kpfk.org, and we archive the show for 2 weeks at kpfk.org if you'd like to check that one out again. Gentlemen, excellent, and always great to hear you in an acoustic vibe, too.
Thanks, man.
Yeah.
We love to do it.
All right. So tell me a little more. Tell me what's been going on and what's going on with the band right now these days. I know your bass man broke his leg, and last time I saw him perform, he was sitting down.
I broke it on purpose, just to get attention. I was in France and I took a tumble down some stairs. I was working with another project called Junior Thomas and the Volcanoes. It's got a lot of cast from LA that it was a studio project that got booked for a European tour. And I just fell down some stairs and was a little unlucky, but that's not going to stop me from playing music and getting on stage. Cause
Yeah, excellent.
once you get up there, all the pain really kind of goes away.
Yeah, true. Music has power to heal. For
Absolutely.
Sure. Yes. All right, excellent. We're going to listen to another track from the brand new Hustling Culture album from the Expanders and come back and talk live in the studio with the Expanders. All right. Excellent. Maybe we'll come back and talk, and then, you know, again, whatever you guys want to talk about, it's wide open, but you know, how people can get a hold of the music, how they can access you on social media, anything like that, upcoming gigs, and then, what do you mean?
I remember last time I said something about like.
Well, you can't say, you know, it's $10 to get in, but you can say it's free.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So you say things are not free. Can't say it costs nothing.
Sometimes I'll just say, you know, it's a very reasonable price. Yeah. It's very reasonable to get in, and this was $5.
At least it's free. It's way closer to free than
than expensive.
Have you been to Cali Roots yet?
I don't really make it out to the festivals much anymore. It's first of all, even going to the Greek Theater or something, you know, you park somewhere and then you're kind of closed in. I kind of like to just be able to leave when I'm ready and come and go. But the other thing is, I made it to every reggae show for the first 20 or 25 years. I saw Peter Tosh maybe 25 times, 90 times, every time they came to town. You know, all these groups and artists. The first time they came to town. Yeah. Well, you would have the country club long before you had the music machine. You had the country club where you would have the first time Soul Syndicate came to town in the late 70s with Big U, this kind of thing. You know, so I mean, I saw every show back then, and now I can pick and choose a little, you know. Plus, I get up really early in the morning. Who is it?
Barry Brown?
I never saw Barry Brown. No, he never came to LA. Max Romeo's never come here. Some of my favorite artists never came here, you know. But Barry Brown was not well, you know. I mean, even by the mid-70s, he was kind of sickly, you know. And he didn't really get out and tour. Yeah.
Did you wake up early?
I get up really early in the morning now for some reason. I used to be a night person, and now I'm at 5:30. I'm like, oh, okay, the sun's almost out. It's time to do stuff. So you know, when it comes like, oh, there's a band playing at 11. Oh, you know. And then, you know, they're not really playing until 1, you know. So well, I made out to see you guys a couple times. So.
It's always good to see you.
So you want to, what do you want to do? Do the other song and then you can relax and put your guitars down? What's best for you?
Sure, yeah, play pop shows and then talk.
We'll talk a little first.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, okay. Those are the Expanders, and thanks for live from the brand new release Hustling Culture out on the Easy Star label, and we've got the Expanders live with us in the studio, and it's really a joy to speak with you guys. I saw a little bit of video footage of your recent tour, and it's just great to see you out there in all these different cities across the country. That must have been quite an experience.
Yeah, it's great. People around the country are just so appreciative of music coming through, and we've been lucky enough to be supporting some pretty popular acts on these tours we've done across the country. So there's been people out to see us, but then also people who've never heard of us. So it's just a chance every night to really play new music for people.
Yeah, that's great.
And, you know, and that's why we started playing music in the first place, because we're all just like you know, roots reggae is just our passion. So it's great to be out there playing it for people and playing some songs that they've never heard before.
True.
Yeah.
Yeah, very true. Great. Okay, and you've still got your instruments in hand, so I'm going to try and squeeze another song out of you here.
All right, let's do it. This one's called Top Shelf. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Top shelf Cali weed, just alright. Top shelf Cali weed, feel to survive. High grade Cali weed, just alright. Even the army just stopped troubling. And all the soldiers off those who love. The officer live to get wiser. Make all the farmers sow marijuana, yeah. Since he get free. Yes, I sense Amelia get free. Lord, tell them again. Top shelf Cali weed, just alright. Top shelf Cali weed, free up to survive. High grade Cali weed, just alright. Jailhouse surrender all your vendor. And all the warriors of those local. Every governor call him enforcer. Go tell the farmer they plant up in yonder, yes. Since he get free, yes. Since Amelia get free, Lord, come on, yes. Hula first and I let my go last. Days following, days roll past. Right now all the elders smile to remember. Jailhouse surrender all your vendor. And all the warriors of the sufferer. Every governor call him enforcer. Go tell the farmer for bring it, come on. Yeah. Top shelf Cali weed, just alright. Top shelf Cali weed, free up to survive. High grade Cali weed, just alright. Big up the farmers, all of juggler, yeah. Since he get free, yes. Right now since Amelia get free, Lord, come on, yes, yes. Since he get free, Lord, since he get free, I sense Amelia get free. Go tell them all again, yes, yes. Since he get free, Lord, since he get free, since he get free.
The Expanders live in studio with Top Shelf. The song is available on their new release, Hustling Culture. We're going to hear another song from Hustling Culture and come back and speak live one more time with the Expanders. So we'll just come back and talk one more time, and then I'll pick another song and close out with that.
Cool.
Sound good? Yeah.
Is there anything particularly you wish to talk about?
You know, I always like to just let you go with what you got to say. The days of coming with a prepared list of questions, it just winds up sounding a little like the one we did last time or something, you know. So, yeah, I think, like I say, the best thing would be, you know, you got a couple more shows coming up, or you got another show coming right up. Let people know where you're going to play next, because this kind of gets them excited, especially when you're sounding this great live. Yeah, that was beautiful.
I just want to find a way to talk about reggae. You know,
Okay, yeah.
It's one of the only like real shows.
Yeah, whatever you feel like. We got the time, we can talk. So I can lead into it by talking about some of the influences that are in your music that are close to my heart, you know, and then that opens up and, you know, everybody feel free to, you know.
Yeah, feel free to jump in. I end up talking because I don't want there to be silence.
I had Santa Davis on last week, and Santa's one of those guys that you just go click, and he's ready to talk for 20 minutes, you know, like, he doesn't want to take a breath, he's got all that drummer energy in him, you know. And then, do you want to particularly like to close with?
The horse.
Yeah, okay. All right, sure. Okay. What's requested?
Really?
What's been requested?
By me.
No, you guys were out of town. Well, maybe I'll roll that reggae pop tribute in the background while we talk too. It's a nice
Yeah, we spent a long time trying to figure out what to call that song. Like tribute to reggae pops, dancing or like something.
Yeah.
It just came down. We really never had a final decision. It was just like, okay, we gotta be done now. It's like, okay, reggae pops.
I've been listening to the latest record out of the Bob Dylan bootleg series.
Okay.
And it's all from around, say, Highway 61 through Blonde on Blonde, and he's recording, and Tom Wilson is, you know, okay, so what's this one? So he's just trying to keep up with it. What's this one called? What's this one called? And every time he comes out with a title, it's not the final title that was on the album of that song. He's saying Bank Account Blues, and everybody laughs or whatever. And you can just see it's just a process that's continually ongoing with the guy. And you can hear him. There'll be like 2 or 3 takes on one song where he's refining the lyric to the one that you know so well that you can't believe there was another one, an earlier one, you know. But there'll be whole verses of certain songs, and that's true with that one on the they did that album that he did with the band, the Basement Tapes, you know. And it's like too much of nothing. There's like verse after verse that aren't in the final version of that song that just were thrown out there at some point. They're just as good as the ones that were, you know. It's amazing to me. There's a CD with toots like that, where there'll be like 3 versions of each song, and he doesn't write with a pen, he writes in his head, and so you hear him basically write the song in successive takes, you know. It's amazing.
Those kind of artists are amazing. I'm not like that, you know. Some people are, some people aren't.
Yeah, right.
I would like to be. Right? I'd love to just, you know, I love like the idea of stuff coming off the top of your head.
It still comes off the top of your head. Yeah. But
that's right. That's what I always say. It's like it's coming off the top of my head. I just make sure to write it down when it does. So I can do it again.
Like I say, I love the recording process. You can get it right and refine it to the thing before you present it to somebody. To me, that's great. There's still plenty of spontaneity. You can hear it in your songs, you know. Yeah, that's kind of the illusion that people have. Oh, I'm going to be a singer, and and then you go, well, you know, you pitch, we need to go back and do that again, and they're like, what? Because they never saw that in the movie, you know. In the movie, Streisand just goes, whoa, and it's perfect. Yeah, not really like that.
If they'd watched my movie, they would have seen it.
Okay.
Do I hear all the auto-tune on there?
Right. Don't even say that. No auto-tune. Just 45 things.
All right, I'm going to go live for a second. These are the Expanders and Iron Throne, and this is the extended 12-inch version from the album Hustling Culture, and we're going to go on to another Expanders tune called Reggae Pops. I'll just play a little of this and then bring the mic up. Cool. Yeah, we're listening to an instrumental called Reggae Pops from the Expanders. Reggae fans in LA, of course, knew Reggae Pops. He was out at all the shows, bringing a great energy and inspiration to all the reggae fans. So nice that you would have a tribute like this on your album.
We felt it necessary. I mean, there had been pioneers in the LA reggae scene that had been passing King Richard,
Yes.
Reggae Pops, Bob Salzman,
True, yes.
you know, and so all these people, you know, this album was a culmination of, like, you know, celebrating their lives, and so we found it fitting to name that song Reggae Pops. Reggae Pops is always dancing, jovial, and, you know, having fun.
True, a real lover of the music, and that's one of the things I really respect about the Expanders. It's obvious that you're steeped in the classics of the music, the great vocal trios. We used to call it country style, not country like American country, but country in the sense of from up in the hills in Jamaica, artists like Justin Hines and the Maytones and the Ethiopians that are so much a part of the music that I love to play on Reggae Central, and inspirations that I hear in your music.
Yeah, we all grew up listening to reggae music. You know, like we were talking about a little while ago off air. It's like LA has a unique vibe in that sense because classic Jamaican music was happening here. Maybe when dancehall was happening in other places, combined with the traditional ska sing that was going on here, and how you had bands really focusing on playing traditional Jamaican ska. So kids who were into that just, you know, went on to really check out all those groups that you were mentioning, and that was us, you know, and you know, we all grew up at slightly different times, so in various different ways we all just gravitated toward that old style of music.
Yeah, the classic,
reggae,
classic style, right.
The Ethiopians are one, you know, that I probably heard for the first time on this show in the 90s that just grabbed me, that style of country writing and harmonies, and, you know, Leonard Dillon, the lead singer, songwriter of the Ethiopians, was kind of like Bob Marley in the sense that I've never heard a bad song. You know, every song he wrote was just like, man, how are you writing all these great songs? And they're simple and great.
Yeah, absolutely true. Yeah, and I know that you had a chance to spend a little time with him and even play some music with him, and we had the great joy of having him on the show here too, and so much great music over the years, from the early days of the Ethiopians as a trio to the bulk of their work done as a duo, on down to the things that he did, the solo albums that Leonard Dillon did on his own. Such a classic voice and such a great songwriter. And so good to hear that coming up again through a group of young people like yourself.
I think people around the country, like we get to tour and we get to see people, and I think it's just the only reason some of these artists like Leonard are not just way more popular is just through underexposure. and now that people are getting to hear them because more bands from LA are repping that kind of stuff, and that's what we try to do. People are discovering it and loving it. It's not hard to like it once you hear it.
True, and we live in a different time when once you get turned on to an artist, there's access to so much music now that you can go on YouTube or whatever and hear what used to be old obscure 7-inch singles that I would play. Now anyone that knows the title of the song can punch that up, and so it's so great to see that. And popularity aside, the fact is that's music that will live forever, and a lot of the music that's popular is here today, gone tomorrow. Whereas that true roots music that comes through reggae, you know, and that comes really out of the Rasta vibe, that's at the heart of some of the greatest reggae music, you know, that will live forever.
Yeah, I agree. And I think, you know, most of your listeners, I'm sure, are familiar with these groups because they listen to you every week. But I would, you know, just encourage people to do themselves a favor. And if you don't know Justin Hines or the Ethiopians or the Maytones or the Gladiators, you know, and I could go on and on, go check those groups out, and it'll just be, you know, some of your favorite music.
True. And if people want to go and check out the Expanders, where is going to be the next place they can see you live?
Well, this coming Sunday, December 6th, we're playing at the Slide Bar in Fullerton. And it's Sunday, so it's an early show. We're playing at around 5 p.m.
Right.
Those shows at the Slide Bar are always great. Always have a great time there. The crowds are great. So I really encourage people to come out. It's all ages, so, you know, we don't do many all ages shows. So this one is going to be a really good chance, you know, bring out Sunday afternoon, bring out the family.
And it's free.
And it's free.
Excellent. Excellent. That's my
Slide
price.
on over.
My price used to be $1, but free is even better.
Yeah, so that's the Slide Bar in Fullerton this Sunday. And, you know, other than that, people can go check us on Instagram and Facebook and theexpanders.net, and we're constantly putting out what's coming up, you know, so
excellent.
people can check it out. But yeah, Slide Bar this Sunday.
I want to thank you all for coming in and sharing some music, playing some songs live, and sharing some of this great music with us. We're going to close out this segment with the song called Peace of Love from Hustling Culture. Thank you so much, gentlemen.
Yeah, of course, Chuck, and if I could, I just wanted to say one more thing. Everything we're doing right now is dedicated to Johnny Butcher's little brother, Tim.
Yes.
This whole thing's dedicated to him, so I just want to, you know, give a big shout out to Tim Butcher. We love you, Tim. We love the whole Butcher family, and we're here for you. We'll see you soon.
All right.
Straight. Cool.
Great.
Shall we do our traditional photo?
Yes.
With Chuck? It takes me a little bit to get up.